This is problem from geometry, class 10th, board exam pattern based. Rectangle ABCD circumscribes the circle of radius 10 cm. Prove that ABCD is a square. Hence find the perimeter of ABCD. So this is the situation. ABCD is a rectangle circumscribing a circle of radius 10 cm. Since it is circumscribing a circle, so it touches the circle at point P. Each of its sides will touch the circle at one point, that is BC at P, BA at Q, AD side at R, and CD at S point. Okay, now we just for the convenience we will join O to P and O to Q. Now pay attention. ABCD is a rectangle, it is given. So each of the angle A, B, C and D are 90 degree, that you know by the definition of rectangle. Also AB and CD will be equal as well as parallel, because rectangle opposite sides are equal and parallel. Therefore BC and AD will be equal and BC will be parallel to AD. One more information, as it is a circle, so OP is perpendicular to BC because OP is radius and BC is tangent. So radius is perpendicular to tangent. With the same logic, OQ is perpendicular to AB. Okay. Therefore, angle P and angle Q will be 90 degree. And you also know angle B is 90. So if somebody asks what is the value of O, that will be again 90. This is smaller quadrilateral OPBQ. Okay, but this is not required. Just for the extra information, I am including this. Now angle P and angle B are 90. Angle P and angle B are 90. That you know. This is tangent and radius vector, and this is angle for the rectangle. Both are 90. So their sum is 180 degree. And if the sum of interior angles are 180 degree, then you know that these two lines will be parallel. Okay. By this intersecting line PB. Okay. So that logic we will use here. So P equal to B equal to 90 degree and Q and B is 90. See, Q and B are also 90. So its sum is also 180 degree. Sum of interior angle 180. So these two lines are parallel, that is OQ and PB. And this is the intersecting line for that BQ. So in this way you can see that these two lines are parallel, means opposite sides are parallel. Here also these two sides OQ and PB are parallel, opposite sides are parallel. Okay. So with that logic, when each of the opposite sides are equal in a quadrilateral, each pair of opposite sides are equal in a quadrilateral, therefore those type of quadrilaterals are called parallelogram. So OPBQ is a parallelogram that I have written over here. P plus B is 90 plus 90 180 and Q plus B is 90 plus 90 180 degree. So BQ is parallel to PO and PB is parallel to OQ. Sum of interior angle is 180 degree for that reason. Therefore OPBQ is a parallelogram. And when it is a parallelogram, opposite sides length will also be equal. Okay, so see here. Therefore OP and BQ will be equal. So here only you can see that this will also be 10 centimeter and OQ and PB will be equal. So this will also be a 10 centimeter. So in this way, for other parts also you can prove that AQ and AR will be 10 centimeter, RD and DS will be 10 centimeter, CS and CP will be 10 centimeter. So you are getting that length of all the sides are equal here as a 10 plus 10 20 centimeter. So it is becoming a rectangle is now becoming a square because all angles are 90 degree for the rectangle property and length of all the sides, four sides are equal. If in a rectangle, then it becomes a square. So that property we will write over here. OPBQ is a parallelogram that I have told. So each of the measurements OP and BQ is equal, OQ and PB is equal, but OP and OQ are radius, they are again equal. So P, BQ, OQ, PB all are equal, and that is equal to 10 centimeter. Similarly, the remaining parts you can write it that I have told you, explained in the figure. AQ, AR, DR, DS and CSCP 10 centimeter. Therefore, length of each of the sides AB, BC, CD, AD will be 20 because 10 plus 20 centimeter. Hence, all sides of rectangle ABCD is equal. Therefore, ABCD is square, and perimeter of a square ABCD is 4 into side, that is 4 into 20, 80 centimeter. Thank you.